respected Chief Guest Shri Uday Kotak ji, respected guest of honor Dr. Pawan Goenka ji, respected guest of honor Shri Imtiaz Ali ji, seniors from the industry, my friends from the media, all the delegates who have joined us today via our website and our Facebook page, and my dealer friends. Namaskar and welcome and a very good morning to all of you, and thank you for joining us virtually as this has now become the new normal. Friends, we are living in the most interesting and challenging times of our country and our industry has seen, and we are still not out of the woods. The slowdown of last year, followed by the pandemic, has changed the entire thought process of the auto ecosystem and especially dealers. During the lockdown, for the first time in our business history, revenue came down to zero, while the interest meter continued 24 hours of the day and 7 days a week. So did majority of our operational expenses. It was a very big lesson learned for many of us that financial prudence and a low-cost, high-margin business model is extremely important for future sustenance of our dealership business, as dynamism and disruptions will be the order of the day, even in the future. Today, we find ourselves on the crossroads with uncertainty on how the shape of the future dealership business model would be. Under these circumstances, we are extremely lucky today to have Sri Uday Kotak ji, who has built up one of India's most efficient and profitable bank from the ground up, and get his guidance on the financial and business future of our country, as well as his advice on the way forward for the auto dealer community. We are also lucky to have the guidance of one of the senior most and respected leaders of our auto industry, Dr. Pawan Goenka ji, who has spearheaded Mahindra & Mahindra into a homegrown MNC. And I'm sure his guidance on the way forward for the Indian auto industry and specifically for auto dealers will be an important lesson we take back home today. We have also amongst us Shri Imtiaz Ali, who will join us later, a successful writer, producer and film director, who will give us his perspective in a non-auto way of team building and the path to success. Today, as I deliver my final address as your president, I reflect back on my first message to all of you 2 years back, wherein I had promised to work towards a united dealer community who appreciated and believed in their valuable contribution in nation building. The theme which I had chosen for my tenure was unity and recognition. Unity within the dealer community to be a force which could boldly represent its issues for its betterment, and recognition amongst policymakers of our community being a key component of the auto industry and therefore contributors to nation building. In these past 24 months, my team and me have put in our best efforts to try and achieve this with a fair bit of success. I extend my deepest gratitude to the executive committee members, the National Governing Council members, state chairpersons, regional directors, and to each one of you, my friends, for providing me with your encouragement, cooperation, and complete support. I would also like to specially thank Sri Nitinji Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Transport, Highways and MSME, who helped and supported us as our elder and guided us through all our issues towards resolution. I would like to place on record my appreciation for senior officials from the Ministry of Transport and NIC for always supporting and helping resolve our issues. I would also like to thank senior bureaucrats in the Finance Ministry as well as the Heavy Industries Ministry for giving us a patient hearing whenever we approach them with our concerns. I express my gratitude to FADA Secretariat for working closely with me in almost seamless execution of various projects which we had taken up in the last 24 months. Last, but definitely not the least, thank you to my family as well as to my dealership team for supporting me and putting in their extra efforts to ensure my time commitment to FADA. These past 2 years have been eventful, and my team and me were on the job immediately after taking over in October 2018, as the slowdown in auto sales had already started in September. By November, dealers across the country suffered from huge inventory buildup at their dealership as auto sales headed further south. FADA for the first time came out with vehicle registration data and dealer stock levels compiled on the basis of the Vahan dashboard and our own retail survey conducted by FADA Research. Through this, we were able to highlight the drastic levels of inventories that dealers held. Our release of retail numbers got wide publicity, and now along with the SIAM wholesale data is eagerly awaited by the industry, policymakers, financial institutions, media and auto analysts to get a direction of the retail demand situation. We followed that up with state-wise retail data, and very recently in July 2020, we have published manufacturer-wise market share data based on Vahan registrations. FADA monthly retail reporting, with its continuous progress of adding details, is a very good insight into retail sales and dealer inventory situation, and is also helping our OEMs and the auto ecosystem get real update of the demand situation for production planning as well as stock correction if required at dealerships. FADA will work towards the entire industry adopting vehicle registrations as the methodology to calculate market shares, and going forward, we will be further detailing on the same, bringing in more transparency to auto sales. As a responsible trade body, FADA has been regularly representing to all the relevant ministers and bureaucrats on various issues affecting the dealer community as well as the auto industry. And through our representations, we have influenced many policy amendments which have benefited not just our members, but even the industry as a whole. When the Honorable Finance Minister, Shri Nirmala Sitharamanji, conducted sector-specific meetings to tackle the economic slowdown in August 2019, FADA for the first time was invited along with SIAM and ACMA as a part of the auto industry, and our inputs were given serious consideration, and some of them acted upon immediately. We were also invited to present to a parliamentary standing committee on the demand slowdown in the auto industry, along with our industry colleagues. FADA also presented to the Industry Monitoring Group of the Reserve Bank of India for the first time in 2019, and are now providing relevant data on a regular basis to the IMG. In the first auto retail conclave held at Nagpur in October 2018, dealer profitability came out to be one of the biggest worries for our community. In the second auto retail conclave held in Delhi in September 2019, FADA started its advocacy for a 5% PBT in our business for a strong and sustainable future. Following up on that, we represented to SIAM and to all our OEMs the need for a higher fixed margin of 7% and a leaner cost-effective business model. Though this is yet to become a reality, but based on our various representations and flagging of this issue, discussions have started within our OEM community. We must continue to pursue it till this proposal sees the light of the day. I'm sure with continuous engagement and establishing the urgent need for it, this too shall happen in our favor, ensuring sustenance to our business and finally get us at par with our global dealer colleagues. When due to pandemic spread, sales were being hampered due to lockdown being imposed, FADA once again approached the Supreme Court for extension of sale and registration of BS4 vehicles. With the relief given by the court in the order dated 27th of March, there were 350,000 plus BS4 vehicles which got registered in the month of April, which otherwise would not have seen the light of the day. This was all because of the hard work which our governing council members, the state chairpersons, regional directors did in tandem with the executive committee and the FADA secretariat when the entire country was under lockdown. Despite the Honorable Court's criticisms, we continued our representation to convince them of our bona fides and the lawful conduct of dealers during the BS6 transition. Finally, we were able to convince them and get a further relief based on the order of 13th of August. Not just our dealer community, but many individual customers have got relief through this recent order and are very thankful to FADA for its representation. FADA and its members have been at the forefront of social activities for the benefit of the society and have played a very active role in promoting road safety through its state and regional chapters. Many state chapters have also got together in providing monetary and material relief to the needy during this pandemic and the lockdown. FADA has been closely working with Shri Nitinji Gadkari, Honorable Minister of MSME, and his ministry officials to bring automobile dealerships and workshops under the MSME Act. Many of our dealerships are family-owned, small and medium enterprises, and despite qualifying for every parameter of MSME, have not been included in it, and therefore cannot avail any benefit given by a government to medium and small enterprises. While we have given our best effort, we are awaiting the ministry's decision on the same. The Honorable Minister in his recent address had stated that this would soon become a reality. I thus have my fingers crossed and hope for the good news soon. As I step down from the presidency, it gives me immense satisfaction that the responsibility I had taken from John K. Paul to strengthen FADA further, I have tried my level best to do so, and I've given my complete efforts in trying to establish FADA as the most relevant body in the eyes of the policymakers, our OEMs, dealers, and other allied industries. As my friend and colleague Vinkesh Gulati takes over the leadership role this AGM, and having seen him and his work from close quarters while he was vice president, I am extremely confident that as our next president, he along with his team will take FADA to newer heights. My congratulations and best wishes to the new leadership team taking charge. I'm quite sure FADA will keep growing from strength to strength, and I will continue to support all the initiatives which they take up for the betterment of our community. Friends, we are in a beautiful business which has supported all of us, our families, and millions of our team members and helped us to shape a better future for ourselves, and it continues to do so. Despite the current hiccups, the Indian auto industry will soon be amongst the top 3 auto markets in the world, and that pinnacle cannot be achieved without strong, sustainable, and committed dealer partners ready to support that growth and its requirements. The only way to have such dealer partners is to ensure a profitable dealer community, and FADA is committed to work with all stakeholders towards the same. My deepest gratitude to each one of you for uniting as one family and giving FADA the strength to represent our issues boldly and honestly. Let us all resolve today to unite further and wholeheartedly support Vinkesh and the new leadership team as they begin their efforts in strengthening FADA further for the betterment of our community. Thank you once again for all your encouragement, cooperation, and complete support. It was an honor for me to represent our community as president of FADA. Thank you and Jai Hind.